Welcome to this video where we will have glance over biodiesel and biofuel production methods. Actually, biodiesel refers to a vegetable oil or animal fat-based diesel fuel consisting of long-chain alkyl esters. Biodiesel production is typically made by chemically reacting lipids, for e.g., vegetable oil, soybean oil, animal fat, with an alcohol-producing fatty acid esters. Biodiesel is a drop biofuel and thus meant to be used in standard diesel engines. It is thus distinct from the vegetable and waste oils used to fuel converted diesel engines. Biodiesel can be used alone, or blended with petrol diesel in any proportions. Biodiesel blends can also be used as heating oil. Fossil fuel is declining day by day, and thus biodiesel or biofuel is considered to be the future of automobile world. Blends of biodiesel and conventional hydrocarbon-based diesel are products most commonly distributed for use in the retail diesel fuel marketplace. Much of the world uses a system known as the B factor to state the amount of biodiesel in any fuel mix. For instance, 100% biodiesel is referred to as B100, 20% biodiesel and 80% petrodiesel is labeled as B20, 5% biodiesel and 95% petrodiesel is labeled as B5, 2% biodiesel and 98% petrodiesel is labeled as B2. Also, biodiesel has a wide applications in automobiles, railways, aircrafts, as a heating oil, cleaning oil spills and generators. Biodiesel has promising lubricating properties and cetane ratings compared to low-sulfur diesel fuels. Fuels with higher lubricity may increase the usable life of high-pressure fuel injection equipment that relies on the fuel for its lubrication. The calorific value of biodiesel is about 37.27 mJ per kilogram. The color of biodiesel ranges from golden to dark brown, depending on the production method. It is slightly miscible with water, has a high boiling point and low vapor pressure. The flash point of biodiesel exceeds 130 degrees Celsius, significantly higher than that of petroleum diesel, which may be as low as 52 degrees Celsius. Biodiesel has a density of 0.88 gram per centimeter cube, which is higher than petrodiesel, that is 0.85 gram per centimeter cube. Biodiesel or biofuel contains virtually no sulfur, and it is often used as an additive to ultra-low sulfur diesel fuel to aid with lubrication, as the sulfur compounds in petrodiesel provide much of the lubricity. Biodiesel production is the process of producing the biofuel, biodiesel, through the chemical reactions of transesterification and esterification. This involves vegetable or animal fats and oils being reacted with short-chain alcohols, typically methanol or ethanol. The alcohols used should be of low molecular weight. Ethanol is the most used because of its low cost. However, greater conversions into biodiesel can be reached using methanol. Although the transesterification reaction can be catalyzed by either acids or bases, the base-catalyzed reaction is more common. This path has lower reaction times and catalyst cost than those acid catalysis. However, alkaline catalysis has the disadvantage of high sensitivity to both water and free fatty acids present in the oils. The major steps required to synthesize biodiesel are as follows. First step is feedstock pretreatment. Common feedstock used in biodiesel production include yellow grease, that is recycled vegetable oil. Recycled oil is processed to remove impurities from cooking, storage, and handling, such as dirt, charred food, and water. Vegetable oils are refined, but not to a food-grade level. Degumming to remove phospholipids and other plant matter is common, though refinement processes vary. Water is removed as its presence during base-catalyzed transesterification will cause the triglycerides to hydrolyze, producing soap instead of biodiesel. A sample of the clean feedstock is then tested, via titration against a standardized base solution, in order to determine the concentration of free fatty acids present in the vegetable oil sample. These acids are then either removed, typically through neutralization, or esterified, into biodiesel, or glycerides. Second step is reactions. Base-catalyzed transesterification reacts lipids, that is fats and oils, with alcohol, typically methanol or ethanol, to produce biodiesel and an impure coproduct, glycerol. If the feedstock oil is used or has a high acid content, acid-catalyzed esterification can be used to react fatty acids with alcohol to produce biodiesel. Other methods, such as fixed-bed reactors for supercritical reactors, and ultrasonic reactors, forego or decrease the use of chemical catalysts. Third step is product purification. Products of the reaction include not only biodiesel, but also byproducts such as soap, glycerol, excess alcohol, and trace amounts of water. All of these byproducts must be removed to meet the standards, but the order of removal is process dependent. The density of glycerol is greater than that of biodiesel or biofuel, and this property difference is exploited to separate the bulk of the glycerol coproduct. Residual methanol is typically recovered by distillation and reused. Soaps can be removed or converted into acids. Residual water is also removed from the fuel. The important reaction taking place is transesterification. Animal and plant fats and oils are composed of triglycerides, which are esters formed by the reactions of 3 free fatty acids and the trihydric alcohol, glycerol. In the transesterification process, the added alcohol, commonly as methanol or ethanol, is deprotonated with a base to make it a stronger nucleophile. As can be seen, the reaction has no other inputs than the triglyceride and the alcohol. Under normal conditions, this reaction will proceed either exceedingly slowly or not at all, so heat, as well as catalysts, that is acid or base, are used to speed the reaction. It is important to note that the acid or base are not consumed by the transesterification reaction, thus they are not reactants, but catalysts. Common catalysts for transesterification include sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and sodium methoxide. Almost all biodiesel is produced from vegetable oils using the base-catalyzed technique, as it is the most economical process for treating vegetable oils. It requires only low temperatures and pressures, producing over 98% conversion yield. But it must be provided that the starting oil is low in moisture and free fatty acids. However, biodiesel produced from other sources or by other methods may require acid catalysis, which is much slower. The different types of production methods used for biodiesel production is as follows. First method is supercritical process. An alternative, catalyst-free method for transesterification uses supercritical methanol at high temperatures and pressures in a continuous process. In the supercritical state, the oil and methanol are in a single phase, and reaction occurs spontaneously and rapidly. The process can tolerate water in the feedstock. Free fatty acids are converted to methyl esters instead of soap, so a wide variety of feedstocks can be used. Also, the catalyst removal step is eliminated. High temperatures and pressures are required, but energy costs of production are similar or less than for catalytic production routes. Second method is ultra and high shear inline and batch reactor. Ultra and high shear inline or batch reactors allow production of biodiesel continuously, semi-continuously, and in batch mode. This drastically reduces production time and increases production volume. The reaction takes place in the high energetic shear zone of the ultra and high shear mixer by reducing the droplet size of the immiscible liquids such as oil or fats and methanol. Therefore, the smaller the droplet size, the larger the surface area, the faster the catalyst can react. Third method is ultrasonic reactor method. In the ultrasonic reactor method, the ultrasonic waves cause the reaction mixture to produce and collapse bubbles constantly. This cavitation simultaneously provides the mixing and heating required to carry out the transesterification process. Thus, using an ultrasonic reactor for biodiesel production drastically reduces the reaction time, reaction temperatures, and energy input. Hence the process of transesterification can run inline rather than using the time-consuming batch processing. Industrial-scale ultrasonic devices allow for the industrial-scale processing of several thousand barrels per day. Fourth method is lipase-catalyzed method. Large amounts of research have focused recently on the use of enzymes as a catalyst for the transesterification. Researchers have found that very good yields could be obtained from crude and used oils using lipases. The use of lipases makes the reaction less sensitive to high free fatty acid content, which is a problem with the standard biodiesel process. One problem with the lipase reaction is that methanol cannot be used because it inactivates the lipase catalyst after one batch. However, if methyl acetate is used instead of methanol, the lipase is not inactivated and can be used for several batches, thus making the lipase system much more cost-effective. Fifth method is volatile fatty acids from anaerobic digestion of waste streams. Lipids have been drawing considerable attention as a substrate for biodiesel production owing to its sustainability, non-toxicity, and energy-efficient properties. However, due to cost reasons, attention must be focused on the non-edible sources of lipids. Such microbes have the ability to assimilate the carbon sources from a medium and convert the carbon into lipid storage materials. The lipids accumulated by these oleaginous cells can then be transesterified to form biodiesel. These were the production methods used for biodiesel production. The surge of interest in biodiesels has highlighted a number of environmental effects associated with its use. These potentially include reductions in greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, pollution, and the rate of biodegradation. For more updates, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button for notification. Thank you.